if I'm not home by 6, I'll surely be done. The missus will kill me, let's just go for the one. The one, don't go for the one. Don't go for the one, for the one, for the one. The one, don't go for the one. Don't go for the one, for the one, for the one.
Alright guys, welcome back again to another awesome episode of Beer Talk. That was Gaelic Storm once again with Don't Go for the One. Have an issue there?
No.
Okay.
I'm just hitting the volume.
We want to remind you to drink responsibly, guys. Also, don't forget, email us any comments, questions, concerns, any suggestions that you have. Anything about the board. Email us, comment on Facebook. The email's Wow, pardon me.
Yeah,
Email
not right
is
at all.
beertalk2013@gmail.com. Then you can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, Untappd, and YouTube. And Pirate Mackie here said something about setting up our own Untappd for Beer Talk Untappd.
Yes.
So it's not just Kimmick and Pirate.
Although we'll be friends of Untappd.
Yeah,
so, you
absolutely.
can still find
you
us.
can follow us there too.
But yeah, we'll see if the name's not taken here maybe this evening.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
I was hoping to get a logo
making
together.
plans.
But
Now we're doing stuff. All right.
Host and co-host. Here we are again, Kyle and Andrew. I can't call you that. You're just Mackie.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
It makes more sense that way anyway.
Okay.
Like the people that know us who are listening to this, who the fuck is Andrew? I have no idea what he's talking about.
Never met that guy.
Yeah.
Alright guys, today we're going to be doing I'm excited about this beer.
I am actually very excited about this beer.
I saw when we were buying it.
Yes. So, I mean, anytime we get a chance to do a Boulevard, being way down here, way down south in Florida, you know, we haven't had Boulevard. And apparently, from what I understand from talking to the guy at the store, it's going to be a regular thing.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So, thank you to powers that be there in Missouri for getting this down to us. This is a little taste of home for me. I know you're more of a STL Ferguson side of the state, but
hey, I still love me some Boulevard. Ferguson, get out of here.
I don't know what you're talking about. But no, it really brings warm feelings to me to get to have Boulevard. So I've totally thrown him off by comparing him to Ferguson. He was part of the protests, though, so he kind of earned it. Single-handedly shut down a whole highway.
All I had to do is never mind.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
We are going to be doing a smokestack series, Bourbon Barrel Quad, their 2014 series. Or, not series, I guess, just brew.
Yeah.
But before we do that, I wanted to quickly jump into a slight amount of the brewery info while my co-host here pops it and gets ready to pour for us.
That's my cue.
Honestly, I'm just really going to brush over it. Check out their story on their page, guys, on their website. It's got some interesting info. I was waiting for that.
Oh, that was beautiful.
It began in 1988 from the founder, John McDonald. They didn't get their first... it started out on the historical Southwest Boulevard, so I think that's where Boulevard Brewing obviously comes from. The first beer wasn't brewed or produced until 1989. And what was it? And then that November, they kegged their first Boulevard Pale Ale keg. So, stupid and interesting. 2006, major expansion, they went from 6,000 barrels to 600,000 barrels per year. So, massive jump.
Yeah, just a little bit of an upgrade there.
Yeah, just slightly. But yeah, there's a lot more on here about, you know, the brewery and John, and I think there's, maybe a little video here, or is that just a picture? I'm not sure. But check them out. Great brewery. Great beers produced by these guys as well.
Absolutely everything I have from them, especially in the Smokestack series, a little bit stronger version of the beers that you get every day. Like their Tank 7 for sure is one I know that's part of the beer, and I'm pretty sure they all are.
What's that?
It's their main beer, and then they have a Smokestack release of those main beers.
Tank 7, that is Smokestack.
Right, but I think it's also available as the non-Smokestack series. I may be wrong.
I know they're selling it
it's been a while.
but I think it's still
the Smokestack. Okay. Yeah. And then what's interesting about this one is it's loosely based rather on their sixth glass, which is the last one I remember having when we were back home. Yeah, and it's another Smokestack. So it's the Abbey style quadruple, and it's made in oak barrels, bourbon barrels, and they add cherries to it to make up for the angel share, which is lost, the amount of beer that's lost.
Those damn angels.
I know, the angels have to take what they got. Any Supernatural fans? Angels are jerks. All right. And then, there's some very subtle cherry characteristics, according to the website, left in it, which I'd be interested if we can catch there, with toffee and vanilla notes coming up. And there's almost, as you hold it up to the light, you can almost see a little bit of red, maybe as if it's hinting towards the cherry, but maybe that's me overtaking it. Yes, I think auburn's a really good description of almost a brown-red color to it, and
I can smell the cherry.
it's a very full
kind of
smell, just a fantastic bourbon cherry smell to it.
Second whiff, all bourbon. No cherry.
Yeah. The cherry is very subtle, definitely, but you get that bourbon smell. I can't stop smelling it. I love beers like that where I just can't get into it.
Like wine, you feel like a snob.
Yeah. Oh, this is a fantastic sniff to it. It's 11.8%. Like I said, their smokestack series, they're tougher. They're a little bit stronger.
Not going to complain.
No, not at all. And then there's a little bit of oak to the smell of it.
I was going to say, did you want to go over the smell and the tasting notes now, or do you want to wait until we kind of get into it?
Yeah, let's wait till we get into it a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of...
Well, we already nosed it, so if you want to do the smell of it.
That's that different? I'm just kidding. All right.
Got you.
Yeah. All right, well...
Let's try and get into this here and see what we think.
Yeah,
Solange?
I'm very excited about this one. Oh, yeah. There that is.
That's bourbon.
Yep, that is a very bourbon flavor.
Hello, bourbon.
Stings the nostrils.
It did a little.
Be honest with you, it smells like sweet gas. No, anyway, getting off of my quotes, I'm not talking about the beer. That is fantastic. It almost has a burn as it goes down like a bourbon would.
Yeah. You can get that cherry, but...
Is this sherry something different?
Really, again, light. Very light.
Mm-hmm. And again, this is not supposed to be a cherry-flavored beer. This is just something, apparently a trick they've come up with to make up for the loss. For the angel share, for those of you who don't know what it is, that's when you age something in a bourbon barrel, part of it kind of evaporates into the barrel.
Yeah, so
and they call that the angel share. There's a lot of neat commercials going around now because of, I think it's Jim Beam who does their Devil's Cut, which is, it's just a... Look up the commercial, feel free, And,
check out the...
Speaking of looking things up, as we're kind of swishing this beer around and trying to decide what we're going to say about it, anytime we look at these breweries, we try and look up some of their history, and we don't always say it. We have on the last couple, but always, look up the website, see what kind of stories behind your breweries that you're drinking from. It really gives you an attachment to the breweries, and it makes it feel a little more personal for you, which is why, craft beers are different from your domestic beers. Right. And there's more effort, and there's a story to it.
Yeah,
there's more behind the beer.
Why I like Mother's Brewing, I'll do a shout out to them. Like, we've done some of
them
in the
we
past.
love Mother's.
They, like, all of their beers, they're named, typically, and I don't think there's any one that's not true to this, is around some mother aspect. Like, Foggy Notion, I think, was named from a fairy tale, or a story that mothers would tell to their children when they were younger. And then, of course, there's MILF.
Yeah, of course, that's very easy to figure out where that attaches to Mothers.
But yeah, so it's kind of nifty to hear that they've got a little backstory and why they make their names.
Absolutely.
So,
excuse me.
Real quick, it says aroma: bourbon, sherry, vanilla, dark fruit, oak, Belgian yeast. I did not get vanilla.
You didn't get any vanilla from it?
I'm not even sure if I got dark fruit or... I guess I got oak.
I'm not sure what they mean by dark fruit. I'm definitely getting a fruity aroma, but I would call that close to cherry.
Yeah. I'm not...
The vanilla is there. It's not super strong, but it's really overpowered by that oak bourbon
Maybe that's why I'm not catching
smell.
My daredevil senses are waning.
It was a very full flavor. This really attacks you.
Kind of a medium body, though. It's not too heavy.
Right. But it attacks your taste buds as soon as you take that first drink. You heard us. We took the drink and went, and there's the bourbon flavor
in a positive way.
Absolutely.
It is not like, oh my god, that's beating the hell out of my tongue.
No, absolutely not. This is a very positive, very, very overwhelming sense, but in a good way.
Oh. It hit the back of my tongue. It's very sweet, very bourbony. I like the finish it leaves on the tongue.
Yes, it does. And I think you almost get more of the fruit on the finish there. Because it doesn't, you don't have that kind of...
A little bit of bitterness.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, it does have a, not decently bitter, but a slightly bitter flavor to it.
Yeah.
I'm sure it has a rating on the website there, in fact, on its IBU, but not a big deal.
I'll just look at it real quick. Hello, IBU. You are 26. I guess that's a scale of 100? No, it's over. You can go over that.
Oh, yeah. I think it's literally
so that's
just
really low IBUs.
An open-ended rating, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. That's a pretty darn low
it is.
IBU.
But I catch a little bit of bitterness, just not a lot.
Let's see. Ingredients. I don't really feel like reading the ingredients. I don't know.
Well, and I think we've really hit on what this beer is. I don't think necessarily there's much there that would surprise anybody. So with that said, do you want to look at your Untappd?
No.
Okay, because I saw you pull it up, so I'm like, I was going to caveat into something else, but I see you pull up Untappd, so I'm going to let you do that.
What do you got? I can do to whatever you need. I was just going to start untapping it.
No, I figured that's what you were going to do. So what do you want to talk about your rating then, since you're already on the website getting ready to Untappd?
My rating is most definitely an 8.5, maybe a 9.
Wow. See, again, you're consistently getting higher ratings than I do, and this is a beer that I admittedly love. So maybe I'm a little too stingy with my ratings here.
I'm trying to find that. I used to be really stingy, and then I got to an area where I was overly generous, and I just seem to be... I'm trying to dial it in and just find my middle of the road. This is more positive way I want to rate. So
generally, at this point in the show, we do the trending beers on Untappd, and instead, what I'm going to do, since we literally just did an episode, we're on the holidays right now. We're not working, at least not today. So we kind of did like an extra episode. Yeah. So I'm just going to scan the trending beers here real quick. See if there's anything new. I guarantee you there's Lagunitas. There's your Enjoy by 1226, which makes sense because this is 1226 is still on there. Excuse me. And actually there is a new one. Kyle loves this one. Yingling is at the bottom of the trending list. That's the only difference I'm seeing here. Kyle's not a huge fan of the Yingling, which is very surprising. Not necessarily to me, but to everybody I talk to just loves Yingling. And they find out that we have it here, and they're like, oh, bring us back some Yingling.
I've heard very few people say bad words about Yingling for myself, and I'm sure a few other people don't care for it like me, but...
Right.
I don't know why, I just don't like it.
I actually just hit over the macro, and I know it's not usually what we talk about, but just looking for something to talk about. Yeah, there's a micro and a macro option on Untappd on their trending beers. And actually, the chocolate wheat is on there. Which every time I walk by it, I'm like, man, I feel like I want to have that, but I only want one. And maybe when I have it, it'll totally change my opinion. Maybe I'll want 1,000, but I really only want one to try it, and then no more. So I don't want to buy the 6-pack, but maybe we'll do that for Beer Club.
No, Shock Top's not allowed in Beer Club.
I'm
serious. They're owned by Anheuser, remember?
Oh, that's right. That is a fact. We did that.
No macro brews.
Yep. Maybe I'll bring it extra and make you guys drink it after we enjoy our good micro craft brew.
I will be willing to do that. Yeah, guys, we have a beer club. I'm sure you've heard us talk about it before. We have our own standard of beers that are allowed and our own rating system. I need to put something up on that on Beertalk about the club and the rating system and stuff.
With some of the beers we've had, we keep most of the 6-packs and use them as decorations in our kitchen. So it's really easy to go back and find out what we have had.
Oh, yeah. Nope.
That sounded like you broke something.
Nope.
That's good. Just very good. Very nice.
Untapping is a messy process.
I know. So, well, I was actually wondering, I know you're trying to untap right now, but would you like to start talking about what Beer Advocates
No, I was literally about to bring that up.
Excellent. Okay.
Because the Untappd rating is on their 5 bottle caps, it's 4.15.
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
So
I'm looking at an 8.5 for my own rating, which would be 4.
So Beer Advocate with a 1,691 ratings, world-class beer of 95 out of 100.
Wow.
The Bros gave it a 97 out of 100. So, really high there. Let's check rate beer, because sometimes they seem to be kind of stingy and low.
Absolutely.
Not necessarily style. They say 96. Overall, 99.
Holy crap. So, they really, the stingy people seem to like this one a lot.
Seem to really enjoy this.
I know we have some listeners down here in Florida because of some of the beers we've done. I think you guys have kind of caught us searching for those beer names. Boulevard is seeming to be pushing into the Florida market.
Yeah.
And I definitely suggest you guys, if you haven't had it before, grab something from Boulevard.
Look them up. Especially if you like IPAs, you like them to be a little lighter, they're pop-up IPA.
The pop-up IPA, that was fantastic. We did that for Beer Club a couple of weeks ago. Their single wide IPA is a really good traditional IPA. That's single wide, yeah, or it's double wide, I think it is, isn't it? The three trailer ones are there.
They have a single wide, and I think they have a single and a double.
Okay, so there we go. That's what I'm remembering. And then for those of you who just like a real standard, flavorful wheat beer.
Or even pale ale.
Absolutely. Just anything by Boulevard. Grab them, give them a shot, find the style that you're into. Because, as a good old Missouri boy, I love my Boulevard Brew Co.
Oh, yeah.
But it is honestly, as I've traveled around, as I've tried things, it is a standard that I continuously go back to whenever possible. And one I definitely suggest you guys get into since it's available down in this area right now. So just outstanding, overwhelmingly outstanding and positive reviews from both Beer Advocate and Rate Beer. I'm really happy with that because that's really not unexpected, but maybe higher than I did expect there at the beginning.
So unexpected.
No, I'm going to go ahead and say that word one more time. I'm just like staring at this like longingly. Whenever Kyle's searching on the internet, I try and talk to make sure we don't have just big blank spaces.
Yeah, sorry, and that does
No, not
happen.
a problem. I mean, we could cut and paste if we wanted to, but hey, I like speaking. But I'm just like staring longingly with like a little bit of drool coming down my face at this
Well,
beer.
feel
like,
free to
how
drink
are
and
you
talk
doing?
more. But I'm going to blow your mind here. 9.5.
Jesus, Joseph and Mary.
9.5 out of 10 is going to be a 4.5 out of the untapped scale, but 9.5 on our beer club scale.
That's insane. I do think I've landed on the 8.5 there, and that's just, this is a very high rated beer, a very generous alcohol content, which I'm sure the two are completely unrelated. And Kyle unlocked Mary Brewmas 2014. God, I love Untapped.
I do too. It's fun. I like the stupid badges they give you that draw me in more and more.
And these this Bourbon Barrel Quad, it comes in a 750 milliliter bottle. So
we're
it's probably
sharing
about,
this one.
we're sharing one bottle between the two of us, and there's a little bit left after we've poured our full glasses. So definitely plenty in there, although you're not going to find it in your 6-pack. You can buy them by sixes, so I'm sure they'd have no problem helping you with that. No, I mean buying 6 of the 750 milliliter bottle.
Okay.
That's what I should have specified the joke a little bit better. But yeah, no, I definitely suggest anybody that has not had Boulevard and it is available in your area, run out and go check. Ask your local liquor store about it, because I know that they're making a push apparently since it's this far south.
Well, and like we were theorizing, we think a big part of it was their collaboration with Cigar City. So
Yes.
check that out too. We were able to get a hold of that. It's pretty good.
I know they have it at Cigar City. We had it last time we were there.
Yeah.
Maybe that's something we'll go back to here soon. We'll prod some questions, and I'd definitely like to do a tour over there.
That's one. That's my main one that I want to do an on location for.
Absolutely, that's the big one here that I'd like to do.
So, again, as we seems to be kind of wrapping up, guys. Again, as we close it up, feel free to tell us what you think. Tell us what you want us to try. Start your own beer clubs if you haven't started one. It's a great way to try a whole bunch of different beers on the cheaper side.
Absolutely, and by all means, ask us questions. Anything you guys think of, any questions? There are no dumb questions.
I want to throw in, by no means are we experts.
Absolutely not.
We are,
in fact, quite the opposite.
I say Joe Schmo amateurs. Take everything we say with a grain of salt and a shot of penicillin.
At least a shot of penicillin if it's coming from Kyle.
Oh, God. Anyone listening to this is going to be like, he's gross.
Well, they might be right, but...
Oh, Lord. So, all right. We've yet to do the creme brulee. I'm just going to wipe that off the list until we find it.
Yeah.
Until it comes up.
No, it's on our plates,
sooner or
but
later.
until we see it, obviously we can't just wish it upon ourselves. So.
Now, and again, Beer Club, hopefully happening this weekend, next week or something. And it looks like the purchaser may have brought something extra for Club.
From
for
Virginia.
Talk, for Beer Talk. So we might have another one here in the next couple of days, or at least in a week, with a guest speaker. So that'll be fun.
Yeah.